No response. That morning is that. Not at the point. Self-reporting. Everything. Have we completed all the agricultural course? Fourth one is here. We completed the third motion and completed. Overtime fourth. Okay. What are cash crops? Can anyone tell me? It's still a spot now. Why are you sitting like this? Cash crop means the crops that are grown for sale purpose or selling purpose. As the word indicating cash. So it is mainly for selling purpose. Now, Another important feature we have seen some of the cash crops are this one, plantation crops. That is in large plantation area grow. Got or not? So some of the crops, cash crops are grown in plantations. That is large area it is grown. Now here we have to learn about the few cash crops in these two lessons. One of the cash crop we have to learn is about the sugar cane. Another that is set of cash crops, that is oil seeds. And the next lesson we will learn about the beverage crops like tea and coffee and other fiber crops like cotton. This many cash crops we have to learn. Okay. First, let us learn about the sugar cane. What type of crop is sugar cane? Just write what is sugar cane. It's a tall, tall, perennial, tall perennial, tropical, subtropical, grass-like, grass-like crop. Grass-like. It is used for producing sugar, food, or answer. So from this basic thing, we have seen it is grown in tropical as well as subtropical region. It is a grass-like branch. Understood? And perennial. What is the meaning of perennial? It's a long-term crop. That means its growth is about 10 to 18 months. Understood? It is not a short-term crop. Previous crops we have said it 4 months hardly. Or 5 months maximum. But this crop take a long growing season. That is why it is called perennial. And the stem of it is used for the production of sugar, wood, or cancer. Got it clear? What type of crops? Now let us see what type of climatic conditions required for it. Can you tell what is the climate required? Anyone? Temperature. Right. 75 to 150 centimeters. What happened? See, these 4 lessons together, if you are preparing, 10 mark question easily solvable. You can avoid the private lesson which is a confusing type. If you are not getting one particular answer, 10 mark easily you can do. Only 4 things you have to study about if any crops condition is asked, any climatic condition, rainfall, temperature, etc. And the type of soil and what type of crop it is. This thing only. And importance of this crop. Then we have learned in the first few lessons about this type of cropping business. Understood? So there is not much deeper study for this lessons. So you can take up this for then marking is still score. Then the minerals, then another climate. These one things are very much complicated. Yeah. So what is that rainfall you have understood? Then third type of soil. What type of soil it is growing? E. Alluvial. See, that soil is first suited for its field. Understood? So that is why alluvial, loamy, and black soil are good for the growth of sugar. This much is clear. But what type of crop it is? First we have seen. Next is that climatic conditions, how much temperature is required, how much rainfall, and what type of soil is it. Now we are going to see what are the methods of cultivation. The first method of cultivation is sowing method. Have you signed? Sowing method. First method is sowing. The seeds are sown between January and April. The seeds are sown between January to April. Got it? Now the second method is set method. What is set method? Set method is a method of cutting that pieces from that top part and making into small pieces and that you plant planted in furrows. Understood? See, the furrows are made and in that furrows at equal distance, that is small cuttings from the topper part, that is joint parts. The top joint parts, it is cut and placed in furrows. And from that joints, new shoot is to come. That is what the set method. Did you get it? You just write what is the set method. It's a method of cutting two or three joints from the top of the healthy plant. Planted in horizontal equidistant, equal distance, that is up to 2 meters distance. Equidistant furrows. See, the top from the top, the joints are there. Have you seen that sugar cane? Sugar cane is having that joint there. So from that joints, that pieces are being cut, and it is planted in that paired furrows. Furrow means that is first of holes are made at a distance of about 2 meters. That is 1.5 to 2 meters distance. The furrows are made, and it is planted horizontally. And from the joints, new shoots is to come. That is how the set method is. Clear? Are you getting some response, please? Next, so one method is that.
Sorry.
Silent.
Sorry, next class.
Then next question we do the leaves appear soon after, followed by the appearance of nodes and internodes. Now the third method, cartoon method. See, these methods while we are learning, each crop is having different methods. Rice plantation you have learned. What are the methods? Do you offer? Broadcasting. Definitely is the last method. Drilling method. Dribbling method. Then before the Japanese, one more is that the Indian method is the transplantation. And then Japanese. Okay, these are the methods of rice plantation. The same way, each crop have different types. So sugarcane, first is sowing method. That is the seeds are sown between January to April. Second is set method. Set method is the method of planting that joints, cutting the joints and planting horizontally at a distance of about 2 meters. Okay, then new shoots used to come from the joints. Third method is ratoon method. Ratoon method, you just write ratoon method is the method of cutting the cane close to the bottom, that close to the ground. Where sugar content is more. So from the bottom or from the ground, where sugar content is more. New shoots start growing from that part. Okay, so what happened here? Set method branches of the top part it started cutting, and then it is planted horizontally in the furrows. Here furrows are not made. When the harvesting time or after the harvest, the bottom part is near to the ground. That part there is the concentration of sugars. So that part is cut, and from the new branches start coming. So already grown plant, after harvesting, a particular way it is cut, and a new plant started coming from that joints of that part, bottom part. So that method is known as ratoon growth. Is this point clear? What is the difference between set method and ratoon method? Set method, top part is cut and that branches part is cut and planted in soils. But the ratoon is that from the bottom where the sugar content is more, and then from the shoots are here. Now next is that harvesting. Both of you can hear me or not?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So what is harvesting? So harvesting normally done by cutting the plant from the bottom. Understood? Harvesting with the help of simple it is fully labor intensive. That is the sugarcane plantation, all those activities are labor intensive because machines cannot be used in the plantations for any purpose. So because of that, after that maturity, that is how much time it will take, I have told you 10 to 18 weeks. So when it started flowering, that time it began to, they start cutting. Understood? So when the flowering started, that is the uh, signal of maturity. So they cut it and then taken to the factories. Then stage by stage, that is, it will take a few days time only to harvest the whole field. After that, it has to be taken to the factory. No delay should be there. If it is delayed, what will happen? If it is delayed, what will happen? The sucrose content will reduce. That is why the conversion of sugarcane into sugar and other things have to be taken place very fast. That is why after harvesting, it is taken to factories which is nearby only. That is near that sugarcane field only the factories is set. So it is taken to the factories and converted to sugar, group or concentrates. See, what type of juice you are getting? Have you seen that it is juice or sugarcane juice? What is the color? Is it white? Yeah, light green or brownish color. That is the color of sugar. Okay. So, when you are getting sugar, you are getting your white sugar. Isn't it? So, they use lot of chemicals to convert that brownish, greenish material to white. So, that is why the doctors are advising not to consume sugar. Instead of that, the brown color food. Have you seen this food? So that one is the real thing. That there is no chemical is added, and it is made in uh, that locality only. So who is good for that? Because chemicals are not added. So after harvesting, it is taken to the factories to convert it into sugar, food, or cancer. Okay, that's true. Now there are so many byproducts also. So main products are sugar, wood, and herbicide. Have you seen wood? You are telling wood, no? So spelling wise, wood only. So what is that? What are the other byproducts? Have you heard about the molasses? Molasses, yes. Bagasse, have you heard about it? Bagasse. After extracting that sugar, there is a kind of substance which we get that is called a sugarcane bagasse. So it is how it is that rejected. Yes, any name is okay. Right. Okay. So for what purpose it is used? Have learned by it, no? That is manufacturing paper, that sugar chick molasses is used for that. This bagasse can be used for that plowed into the soil to feed cattle, then used to fuel. So many purposes, this all the things can be just like the crude oil. Crude oil, when it is converted, we are getting so many products, and the byproducts are used for making paint, varnish, and all. The same way, sugarcane also the byproducts can be used in the purposes. So, first one is that it is used for making bags, shoe polish, carbon paper, etc. Okay. So what all are the byproducts? Molasses, bagasse, and crustal. You just underline and read. Are the byproducts? Bagasse, molasses, that is used for newsprint also. Molasses, bagasse, and crustal. Now, which are sugarcane producing area? Can you tell which are the sugarcane producing areas? Quite serious that. Region when we are talking, delta surplus, basic, So, what is that? It can be divided into three parts. One is that the delta surplus plain from Punjab to Bihar. Second, black soil area of Maharashtra and Tamil Nadu. Then coastal regions of Andhra Pradesh and Gujarat. So three main regions is Ganga Satluj Basin, then black soil regions of Maharashtra, Tamil Nadu, and Tamil Nadu is not having black soil. Still, that part is the second region. Third, coastal Andhra Pradesh, Karnataka, etc. Clear? So this were three regions. State-wise, the most important producer is UP, followed by Maharashtra. And then other regions are also having, because northern plains are suited for it. But most of the regions, they are not growing sugarcane because other food crops they grow. They are having so much water facilities. That is why they spend here 18 months to be spent for one crop season. So most of the lands they are not spending for the growth of sugarcane. But South India, especially Maharashtra and all, they are spending vast lands for the growth of sugarcane. Because in South India, one advantage is that they are getting long crushing season. After harvesting, a few months they get for crushing. North India, it is a short. Understood. So that is why the producer now that the sugar production states are now shifting to west and the southwest. Clear? Now, let us move to the next part, the oil seeds. Have you heard about oil seeds? This is clear now, sugarcane. Any doubt is there? What are oil seeds? Right? Okay. I'm not asking about it. Oil seed. What is oil? Oh. Okay, there are certain oil seeds which are used for industrial purpose of making paper. Other oil seeds are there, that is cooking oil, medium of cooking oil. Okay. So the seeds which are used for the production of oil are called the oil seeds. So India is lucky to have varieties of oil seeds. Many countries are not having that type of varieties of oil seeds. Can you name some of the oil seeds? Mustard, groundnut, and sunflower. Only in India we are not having. Yes, this castor. Castor is not edible oil. Okay, castor is an oil seed, but groundnut already told that. Soya bean, coconut. Okay, so many varieties of oil seeds are produced in our country, and India is rich in this. So, the oil seeds can be used for the production of cooking oil. Have you heard about the hydrogenated oil? Heard about or not? What is hydrogenated oil? Vanaspati dalda. Okay, hydrogenated oil. Then it is also used for industrial purpose, as you have told. But that paint, varnish, like wax, like that. Okay. So India is rich in the production of variety of such oils. And Indian farmers are growing many varieties of oils for the oil, for the production of the edible oil. At the same time, for other purpose also, that is some of that oil seeds can be good for cooking also. What is the example? Coconut, chili, and groundnut. Olive oil is good, but in India, olive is not good. Understood. So Indian's climatic condition is not good. Have you heard about the palm oil? Okay. So variety of these crops are grown in India. So industrial raw material for the manufacture of what all things are there? Paints, varnishes, hydrogenated oil, soaps, and lubricants. Have you heard about the lubricants? What is lubricants? Anyone? Grease light. That is for the movement of even in cycle also lubricants. Other vehicles also lubricants. So for all this purpose, this oil is produced from different types. So you have told about the castor. Castor oil is not an edible oil, but it is used for industrial. Okay. So vegetable oils are produced from large number of crops. The principal oil seeds grown in India are groundnut, sesame. Do you know what is sesame? What is that? And what is that? Till. Till. Huh? Don't you know? Calf. So that means that till oil is produced. That is what is it? Okay. Next one is linseed, castor, soya bean, sunflower, rapeseed, or mustard. All these are the different varieties of. It is not included the coconut and other variety palm. Salt. Now, these all products are made. Then what is the other advantage is that after extracting oil, the cake which is left out can be used as a cattle feed. After extracting oil, there is a type of material we got. That is what the oil cake we used to tell. That can be a cattle feed. Even cotton seed also used for extracting. And that left out material after extracting oil is a cattle feed. So Indian farmers are lucky to have variety of this oil seeds or variety of these crops which can be used as feed for the cattle. Okay. Some of the leftover things are used as manures. So both the ways these oil seeds are useful. Extracting oil for the distilled oil purpose, that means for the use of tea purpose. Another one is for industrial purpose, and the leftover things is used as fodder for the cattle or animal. So what all ways Indian farmers are getting use of this all crops they are growing. But in Western countries and all, this much varieties of oil seeds are not grown. You told about olive. Olive is one of the most important oil seed produced in other countries. Italy, Syria, Greece, all those countries that olive is one of the things. Other countries, some of the seeds are produced. Malaysia, Indonesia, and all palm oil. So like that, few varieties only many countries are having, but India is rich in having variety. Okay, and Indian farmers, cattle are also feed on the fodder of this one, or after making extracting the oil gets used as a weapon. Let us learn one by one. The first crop is groundnut. Yes, you. What is your name? Ashna. Okay. You read groundnut. What type of crop is it? Wheat and wheat. Groundnut. Read down there. Yes. Okay. Okay. So what are the other names commonly this groundnut is called monkey nut or peanut? So this is very much common oil which is produced in India, or this is not only used for the production of oil, but used as a food crop also. Many people are using it as vegetables. After roasting it, we are eating it salted way, sweetened way. Sweetened way, what is that? Chicky. So These are ways we are using in our day-to-day life. So what type of crop is this one? You read out the next part like this. What type of crop it is? Yes. So rabi crop in Odisha and southern states. Because rabi is grown in both the seasons. Okay? Sorry, groundnut is grown in both the seasons. As the rabi crop in Odisha and southern states. We know that we have already learned that in India, the farmers are growing in all the seasons. Whatever crops, especially North India, rabi season is the rabi crop is the wheat is grown as the rabi crop. So that time in South India, rabi season is good. That is the good. Now in North India, what is grown? Read. Other parts it is kharif crop. Okay. Now, from where it has come? It was not originally from India. This crop came to India from Brazil. So Brazil is considered as the original home of groundnut, and it is brought to India by Europe. Okay. What is the climatic conditions required? Temperature, how much? 20 to 25 degrees Celsius. And dry weather. Then rainfall. 50 to 100 centimeters. Then what type of soil it is growing? Dry, light, sandy. Even that black soil also it is grown. So all the type of soils are suitable for the growth of groundnut. But it varies seasonally. In North India, it is grown as a kharif crop. In South India, it is grown as a rabi. So interchange. Next one is that what are the uses? Already we have discussed it is used for extracting edible oil. And what is the other uses? Hydrogenated oil, making margarine, medical emulsions, and so on. Will you please underline what are the uses? I'm not writing all these uses. What are the uses? Manufacture of hydrogenated oil in between that, so we just cancel it. Yes. Okay, hydrogenated oil, making margarine, medical emulsions, and so it is used as a cooking medium. Oil cake as cattle feed. The nuts are eaten raw, roasted, salted, or heated. Now, methods of cultivation. What are the methods of cultivation? The first method is Broadcasting. You know very nicely what is broadcasting. What is broadcasting? Ah, showing that seed is spread over. Ah, broadcasting is one of the method. Then another method is drilling. And which months it is sown? Sowing in June and July. Harvested in November, December. That is especially in northern part. In southern part, what is that? February, March, and harvested in June. How the harvest is done? It is a plant, and it's looks to be that seeds are growing. So the entire plant is removed, and then it is dried. Then the seeds are separated and sent to market. So the entire plant has to be removed. So how much it is spread over, the root is spread over, that much seeds are one plant. So that is why entire plant has to be removed, dry it, and then sent to market. Okay. Which are the major regions? Gujarat is the major producer of groundnut. See, for this one, you will get the picture of that one, and you have to identify. And the question will come like that: which state is the major producer of this crop? And primary producer is correct. That way, the question is can. So, major producer of groundnut, can you tell? Gujarat is the major producer, then followed by Telangana and Jammu. Okay, clear? Now, you just second crop mustard. You read it.
All seeds that get important it's used extensively in India as communicative. In Uttar Pradesh, Gujarat, Haryana, the oil maker mustard is an important category. The leaves of mustard, such as eaten as vegetable in Punjab and Uttar Pradesh. It is also used as fertilizer. Soil content is about 25 to 40%. Mustard thrives only and that is why it is widely grown in southern Ganga plain and a very small portion of some states of peninsular India. It is grown mostly as pure rabi crop or mixed with wheat, gram, and barley.
See, this mustard you all are knowing very nicely. That mustard, some of you have already told that is used for garnishing. And what about that one? After cooking that garnishing that mustard seed is used. Mustard oil is used. It is very useful for the health of the people. But most of the South Indian people, they not like the smell of that still. But in North Indians cannot avoid it. Okay. How many of you like that food people like mustard? This they prefer other one because it is not having that smell. But it is considered as a very healthy one. That is for pain and all, that is joint pain and all. People of North India prefer this one for cooking products. And even for making that one, what is it, pickles. It is very good for preserving it for a long time. So mustard oil is one that way. How it is growing? This crop is grown as purely a rabi crop also. it is grown along with the wheat and barley. So, in separate lines, this mustard is grown in between wheat crop or barley crop. Then what happened? 1 week before the harvesting of the wheat, mustard is being harvested. Then it is cut, bundled and cut, then wheat used to be harvested. So, same field, both the crops could be grown. Understood? So, it will require cool climate. What is the climate which is required for the rabi crop is required for mustard growth? Okay, I think you understood that all those things. What is that? It is mixed with how it is growing. It is a rabi crop. Instead is a rabi crop grown along with the wheat. As mixed crop. Okay, then separately as a rabi crop also it is grown. Then what type of it is used extensively in northern India as a cooking medium. Then cool climate is required. Then temperature. What is the temperature requirement? 10 degree to rainfall. Tell me, fast. Rainfall, how much is required? Centimeter. Degree told, no? That is. Then what is the next? What type of soil? First suited soil is alluvial soil or loamy soil. Loamy means subsoil moisture. Now, next one is that the method of cultivation we have seen harvesting. Harvesting, I have told you, if it is grown as a mixed crop, it used to be harvested 1 or 2 weeks before the harvest of wheat, and then bundled with a heat. Then, after the harvest of wheat, it will be separated. So the seed have to be separated by trampling under the feet of bullocks. Understood? So how it is separated? The seeds are separated by getting them trampled under the feet of bullocks. Which are the major producers? UP, then UP, Rajasthan, Punjab, MP, Madhya Pradesh. These are the major producers. Haryana also you can write. Is it clear? Now let us move to the last crop of this. Have you written? Have you seen soya bean? What are the things you have seen in the soya chunks you have seen? Okay. Then beans of soya bean have you seen? Then what other things are produced from soya bean? Soya sauce, have you heard about that? Right. Soya sauce is there. Okay. Then what is the other material produced from? Is that it? Soya milk. Very healthy. Tofu. What is tofu? That is paneer type. So that this all so many varieties of things can be produced from soya. Oil is also produced as it is included as a oil sale. So what peculiarity, how and where it is grown? It is cultivated as a kharif crop. And it is a rich source of protein. See, one of you has told that the soya milk. Nowadays, Hindi people did not like it, but in our childhood, we used to get this government used to distribute it. This in order for the growth of children, schools we used to get soya milk. So that kind of protein content is there. So it is very healthy for the common people. That means who cannot afford the other costly things. It is grown on the field so that these all things this we get naturally. So that is why earlier we learned about pulses, how important the pulses are. The same way, the soya bean as a oil seed, if you are taking, it is very important for a country like India. Now, what are the climatic conditions required? Temperature 15 to 24. Rainfall 14 to 60 centimeters. 14 centimeters to 60. Soil and acid. Acidic soil, most acidic soil. You have learned the soil sources or not? So which type of soil contains acidic red soil? So we can write a red soil. Okay. These are the types of soil in which soya bean grows. What are the methods of cultivation? Methods of cultivation, it is sown. It is sowing method. Before sowing, the seeds are covered with the jaggery or rhizome. Understood? The seeds are covered with the jaggery or rhizobium before sowing. So it's a method that required before sowing the seed. So normally other seeds we have seen, I don't know whether you have seen that rice also, some varieties of crops require this kind of packing. Then only it can germinate. So this peculiar method that soya bean require that mixing with the jaggery or covered with the jaggery or rainbow. Okay. Then harvested in the middle of October. Which are the states where this crop is grown? Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan, and Maharashtra. Okay. So we'll see some this policy cell. Let's just have to see the next chapter. So we can come forward. Okay. You have to share some. Separate oil stick circles, small shots like this. Review it.
First down.
But
This will be after it.
see, since you leave, sugarcane first you take. Sugarcane method of cultivation of sugarcane. Right.
Young वाला snack या मोटी वाला snack? No, no. My class, I think the best is. Akira, माझे दात असे आले होते. But it was 90.
Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, Geography with Joy. Spread by Shrubs in India. And the scope of the chapter is climatic conditions required for sugarcane cultivation, soil requirements, methods of cultivation, processing and distribution, uses and problems of sugarcane cultivation, and role of the government to address those problems. Before proceeding, let's learn about cash crop. What is a cash crop? A crop presents is habit to agro-testing, with a hard as a cash crop in a country. It accounts for the largest value of production amongst all the commercial crops. India stands second in the production of sugarcane, second only to Brazil, and accounts for
Still short.
The production in sugarcane. Non-availability or limited availability of quality seed of improved sugarcane varieties to sugarcane growers is a huge drawback in improving the production and productivity levels of the country. Stem cuttings or sets are the seed used in commercial sugarcane planting. Each set may contain 1, 2, or 3 buds. Annually, about 10% of cane that is grown is utilized as seed material. The quality and quantity of the seed used determines the performance of the crop. Keeping all production conditions constant, only an improved sugarcane variety with good quality seed can increase cane yield to a considerable extent. The Sugarcane Breeding Institute, Coimbatore, has developed numerous excellent varieties of sugarcane in India. Since the release of its first hybrid cane, CO205, many of the popular sugarcane varieties have lost their yield potential. The phenomenon of such gradual loss of yield potential has been termed varietal deterioration or varietal degeneration or varietal decline, and may be attributed to several factors including disease, insects, drought, soil condition, salinity, waterlogging, and monocropping. Poor seed quality has been identified as a primary factor affecting varietal performance. Establishing seed nurseries adjacent to planting locations and producing quality sugarcane seed is the key to realizing potential productivity. Therefore, a 3-tier nursery program is a must for every sugar factory in order to maintain a constant flow of good quality seed material of improved sugarcane varieties. Under the 3-tier program, heat-treated sets are planted for multiplication as primary nursery seed, followed by secondary and commercial seed, from which healthy, disease-free seed materials are supplied to farmers for commercial planting. The 3 stages in the seed production process involve the primary, secondary, and commercial nursery. Each stage or tier takes a year for completion, after which the commercial seed cane is made available to the farmers. In the first stage, the seed cane of varieties received from research stations as breeder seed or belonging to a healthy crop of suitable age is used to raise the primary nursery. The seed cane is first subjected to heat treatment and treated with fungicide before being planted for production of primary seed. The nursery crop should be nurtured with good nursery management practices and meticulously monitored to maintain it free of mixtures, diseases, and pests. Normally, the primary nursery is raised in sugar mill farms. Harvesting is done at the age of 6 to 8 months. In older varieties with viral infection, tissue culture raised virus-free plants are preferred for raising the primary seed nursery. In the second stage, seed material collected from primary nursery or foundation seed is distributed to selected progressive farmers to raise secondary nursery. This is also maintained and monitored like the primary nursery to keep it free from diseases, pests, and mixtures. Harvesting of seed crop is taken up at the age of 6 to 8 months, and the seed material is distributed to farmers for raising commercial seed nursery.
2-in-1 सुना होगा, 3-in-1 भी सुना होगा, चलो 4-in-1 भी सुना होगा. Introducing the future of term plans with 5-in-1 benefits. 15% first year discount for men, 30% for women. Option D.
In the third stage, commercial nurseries are raised from the secondary nursery seed and are monitored likewise so that good quality seed is made available to farmers. Heat treatment will render it free from disease for about 5 years. Therefore, a well-planned scheme to replace seed once every 5 years must be devised. The whole operational area can be divided into 5 sectors, and 1 sector may be covered each year so that the seed is replaced with rejuvenated seed once in every 5 years. If all sugar mills in our country follow this 3-tier nursery program and provide good quality seed of improved varieties to farmers, the average yield per hectare can be raised by 10 to 15%. Good quality seed is to be ensured through seed cane following certain criteria. Its age at harvest should be 6 to 8 months and 8 to 10 months for sowing in the tropics and subtropics respectively. the seed cane material should be reasonably clean and undamaged. Each node of the seed cane should bear one sound bud, and the number of nodes without sound buds should not exceed 5% of the total number of buds per seed cane. Also, the number of buds which have swollen up or have projected beyond 1 centimeter from the rind surface should not exceed 5% of the total number of buds. There should be sufficient moisture in the sets, and in general, the moisture content should not fall below 65%. The seed material should be free from the incidence of pests and diseases. Generally, farmers take only the top 1/3 portion of the matured cane for preparation of sets. However, this is an undesirable practice, and it is advised that seed material be obtained from nursery crop between 6 to 8 months of age. Good seed should have more than 85% germination. For controlling diseases, the seed cane treatment before planting will be effective. Heat therapy involves heat treatment at a temperature that kills the set-borne pathogens and impairs their vital functions while causing no detriment to the sugarcane. Hot water, moist hot air, and aerated steam treatments have proved effective in eliminating set-borne infection of grassy shoot and ratoon stunting diseases. Hot water treatment consists of immersing sets in tanks containing hot water, treating them at a particular temperature for a specified duration. 2 types of hot water treatments are currently being used. The long hot water treatment involves treatment at 50 degrees centigrade for 2 hours, while the short hot water treatment occurs at 52 degrees centigrade for 20 minutes. In the aerated steam treatment, the sets or cut canes are placed in trays and kept inside the chamber of the unit. Steam and air are mixed together and passed inside the treatment chamber, and the sets are treated for 1 hour at 50 degrees centigrade. This system is very effective against grassy shoot disease. At each stage of planting, it is essential that sets be treated with fungicidal solution to prevent the attack of soil-borne pathogens, particularly fungi. The sets required for 1 acre planting may be soaked for 5 to 10 minutes in 100 liters of water containing 50 grams carbendazim, 1 kg saturated lime, 1 kg urea, and 200 ml malathion. The fertilizer application for the nursery involves applying NPK at 275 is to 62.5 is to 113.5 kg. In this, phosphorus is applied as basal dose, and nitrogen and potash are applied in 3 equal splits along the cane rows in furrows and covered immediately and irrigated. 1 month before the harvest of the nursery cane, 50 kg nitrogen and 75 kg potassium can be applied as additional dose. This enables quality nursery cane with higher glucose levels that ensures good germination. Detrashing should be avoided in the nursery plots. Spaced transplanting technique is also important. For planting 1 hectare, a 50 square meter nursery plot can be selected 1 month in advance to planting. In this, single bud sets can be planted at 600 to 700 per square meters. 4 to 5 weeks after sowing the sets, the seedlings can be uprooted and transplanted in the main field at a spacing of 90 by 90 centimeters. Before transplanting, the roots of the seedlings should be dipped in a solution containing 0.1% carbendazim. Initially, 2 to 3 irrigations can be given at shorter intervals for quick and better establishment of the seedlings. Polybag seedling transplanting involves the use of polythene bags of size 6 by 4 feet. with small holes made at the bottom for effective drainage of water. A pot mixture containing sand and farmyard manure is filled in these bags up to 3/4 height.
Did you know dead skin cells hide our bright skin? A tape test can prove it. See, bright skin was hiding under these dead skin cells. Remove them with Pond's Dry Beauty Face Wash. Its niacinamide vitamin B3 enriched formula removes dead skin cells to reveal ultimate bright skin. Miracles happen. Pond's Dry Beauty Face Wash.
If you are running a business where you are the one who's managing operations, sales, marketing,
And single bud sets are placed in them such that the buds are on the side. The polythene bags are then arranged in a raised bed and watered daily in the morning and evening with the use of a rose can. 30 to 40-day-old seedlings can be transplanted into the main field after removing the bottom polythene sheet. 12,500 seedlings are required for planting in an area of 1 hectare. The tissue culture method is highly suitable for the rapid seed multiplication of new varieties. By adopting the meristem culture in this method, disease-free seed material may be developed at a faster rate. The micropropagation technology in sugarcane provides various advantages, the most noteworthy being the rapid multiplication of new varieties. Plants produced through meristem culture are free from diseases and pests. The use of disease-free seed material ensures a yield improvement of 8 to 10 tons per hectare with an improvement of 5% in juice quality. Effective varietal scheduling is possible and the field longevity of the variety can be sustained. The Sustainable Sugarcane Initiative uses sugarcane bud chips for seed multiplication and distribution. This method reduces the bulk of cane material, eliminating about 80 to 90% cane, facilitating easy transport and handling of seed material. The use of healthy buds eliminates diseased and infected seeds, set transmitted diseases, and keeps pests at a minimum. It is also a relatively less expensive and labor-saving technique. This is a reliable method for the multiplication of breeder seed, as well as promising seed stock. The cane, after taking bud chips, can be well utilized for preparing juice, sugar, or jaggery. The methodology for preparing bud chips for seed multiplication follows a particular sequence. First, a healthy cane is selected. The cane should preferably be 6 to 8 months in age. However, if it is aged, the bud chips from the bottom 1 meter portion should not be taken. The bud chips should be manually collected using a chipping machine and then dried in shade. A solution consisting of 0.1% malathion and 0.1% carbendazim should be prepared and the buds dipped into this pesticide solution for 10 minutes. After this, they should be removed and dried in shade. If they are to be transported, they must be kept in perforated polybags before packing into corrugated paper boxes. The methodology involved in raising a nursery using bud chips involves, firstly, the preparation of a homogeneous mixture with equal quantities of well-rotten compost or vermicompost or pressed mud and coir pit. Seedling trays or pro trays may be used for this. Then, the bud chips are planted in upright position in the seedling tray and watered lightly. The seedling trays are stacked and covered with tarpaulin or a polythene sheet for 5 to 7 days in order to make the bud chips germinate faster. After emergence of sprouts, the seedling trays are arranged in a mist chamber or net house and regularly watered with a rose can or through mist irrigation. 1% urea solution is sprayed on the 15th and the 25th day after planting, and control measures are taken against the incidence of insects, disease, and deficiencies. The medium around the bud chip is lightly turned to ensure better germination and growth. After 4 to 6 weeks, the seedlings are transferred together with the mass of medium to the field and transplanted into small pits at required spacing of 150 by 60 centimeters. In case of varieties with high tillering, row and plant distances must be altered. About 4,000 to 5,000 seedlings can be accommodated per acre. For wide row spacing of 5 to 8 feet, suitable intercrops like soya bean, onion, tomatoes, etc. Drip irrigation has been found to facilitate a higher yield. The experiments at SVI, Coimbatore, revealed that transplanting the bud chip seedlings improved the tillering and yield of varieties. At the Sugarcane Breeding Institute, field establishment of transplanted seedlings was 100%.
Sugar manufacturing.
What? Actually, Thank you.